So this week we are covering while loops and methods. We're also going to learn a little bit more about the increment and decrement operators. And so you are going to want to read through the key points and watch the video. I just created a video for you, so there'll be a video link here. And then you'll go through the Code Easy module. And I did include quite a few hints for completing those exercises. Almost all of them have a hint here. So I definitely recommend that you guys look through this and maybe even print it out, because I think it'll really, really help you while you are going through those interactive exercises. Then once you finish that, you're going to take your dashboard, the screenshot, and you're going to upload it to the Dropbox. Now, while you're going through the exercises, there are two that they say are optional, and it's because they're more difficult. So antivirus scan and methods.functional module, those two are optional. If you complete them correctly, I will give you 5 points extra credit for each one. So a total of 10 points extra credit for completing those correctly. Okay. And so without these, there are 9 programming exercises. If you do antivirus scan and methods, then there's 11. Okay, so when you make your submission, if you successfully completed 11, I will know that you did the 2 extra credit ones. If you successfully completed 10, I will know that you did one of the extra credit ones. Okay, so you just need to submit a screenshot of your dashboard. And then if you did 9, if you successfully completed 9, you will get all the points. You'll get 20 out of 20. Okay, and so the point breakdown is here. So if you successfully did 8, you're going to get 18, 7 is 16, and so on. If you did 10, I will give you 5 points extra credit, and that will be placed in this Dropbox, this extra credit Dropbox. If you did all 11, that means you did both extra credits. I will give you 10 points extra credit, and you don't need to submit anything to the extra credit Dropbox. Okay, that is where I'm going to put your extra credit points. Okay, and if you didn't do either of these, not a big deal. Okay, extra credit is just extra. So if you did 9 and you did them right and you didn't do the 2 extra credit, you're still going to get 20 out of 20. That brings me to the lab assignment. So for the lab assignment, the first exercise basically involves copying and pasting this. And then you're going to convert the for loop to a while loop. Okay, so I would say you're going to copy and paste. You can call this thing whatever you want, okay? But make sure you run it and see how it runs before you change it. Okay, so that is how it runs. Okay, and then once you see how it runs, you can convert it over into a while loop. And then I do want a screenshot of the entire program. Some of you guys have not been giving me all of the code, and it's important that I see it all. Otherwise, it's hard for me to give you all the points. And same goes for the output. I want to see all of your output. And then the next one is kind of the reverse. You have a while loop here that you are going to have to convert to a for loop. Okay, so you're going to copy this and then you want to run it. And then you can go ahead and do the conversion. And then once you're done, you're going to run it again. Make sure it still works. And then you'll do a screenshot of the entire program and another screenshot of all the output. And then that brings me to program 3. For program 3, this is a very long program with no methods. And so what you need to do is you're going to need to create a menu method, an addition, and a subtraction method. The code that you need to put in the methods is here already. It's just a matter of pulling it out and putting it into the method. So you'll start by copying this. And this is similar to that last program that is in the key points. Okay, so I will show you how to do one of these. Okay, and then you guys are kind of on your own for the other ones. So we have 3 methods that we need to create. One for the menu. We have one for addition and one for subtraction. So if it's equal to 1, that means it's going to be addition. All of this can go into an addition method. Okay, so kind of put that in here. And it's not returning anything, so it's a static method. It doesn't return anything. And I think we're supposed to call it addition. And there are 2 integers that are going to be passed, n1 and n2. So they're integers. We have to give them the names in here. Then we have our opening curly, and that little closing curly needs to get moved. Let me see. Yep, it needs to get moved here. That one goes here. So these go together. These go together. All right, so I believe that is going to work. Although correct answer, I'm going to have to declare in here. And same with answer, because they're not getting passed. Okay, they are now just part of this method. So I have to declare them in here. Okay. So you are going to be doing something very similar for subtraction. And I can see this actually needs to go up a line there. Okay. You're going to do something similar for subtraction and for your for the menu. Okay, and I will give you a hint on the menu. You've got code for that in 2 different places. So you can just take the code out of one of the places and put it here. Okay, and then you'll replace it with a function call. And then for the code up here, you'll be replacing that with a function call as well. And I do encourage you to look at that last program, because what you're doing is very similar to what was done here. Okay, so that's my helpful hint of the day. Once you get done with this and everything is running, I want a screenshot of the entire program which means you may have to give me more than one, okay? And then I want to see the output too. Okay, and you'll put those in the Dropbox. And then the only other thing for this week is the discussion. And so what you are going to do is do a little research. One of our learning outcomes is um, selecting professional development resources that support your learning styles. And so at this point, there's got to be something that we covered that you may be interested in, confused about, or curious about. That is what I want you to research. Okay, and so it could be the random number function that we just learned. There's a lot more to it than what we've covered so far. So I want you guys to do a little research, and then it can be a video, it can be a written tutorial, but I want you to post a link to the resource you used and summarize what you learned. Okay, and you're going to share that with your classmates. And then once everybody has posted, you're going to read your classmates' postings and reply to 2 of them. Okay, so that is the discussion item. That is all we have for this week. You'll notice under additional resources that I did include more on the topics for this week. If you feel like you wanted to read up on them, you can select them. These are also excellent resources for research. So you may notice Tutorials Teacher is actually quite good. They've got some of the topics that we've talked about are in here. So, you know, if you want to know more about namespaces, this might be a good place to go to do your research. Okay, so any problems or questions, let me know, and have an awesome week.